Hello world. Hello world. Welcome back to my channel. Call me Biz. Look, George Carlin, man. This is the third video I'm doing from him. This guy is really interesting. Like, his level of not giving a it's through the roof. It's through the roof. So a lot of y'all asked me to do this one. This is George Carlin. Religion is BS. Alright, now if y'all want to see more of George Carlin on this channel, let me know what's next in the comment section below. Also, if you do enjoy this content, hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, let me know you were here. If you ain't got nothing to say, just be like, I was here. Alright, just show some love. And I'm ready. Let's go ahead and watch.
But in the bullshit department, a businessman can't hold a candle to a clergyman. Because I gotta tell you the truth, folks. I gotta tell you the truth. When it comes to bullshit, big time, major league bullshit, you have to stand in awe of the all-time champion of false promises and exaggerated claims, religion. No contest. No contest. Religion easily has the greatest bullshit story ever told. Think about it. Religion has actually convinced people that there's an invisible man living in the sky who watches everything you do every minute of every day. And the invisible man has a special list of 10 things he does not want you to do. And if you do any of these 10 things, he has a special place full of fire and smoke and burning and torture and anguish, where he will send you to live and suffer and burn and choke and scream and cry forever and ever till the end of time. But he loves you. He loves you. He loves you, and he needs money. He always needs money. He's all powerful, all perfect, all knowing, and all wise. Somehow, just can't handle money. Religion takes in billions of dollars. They pay no taxes, and they always need a little more. Now, you talk about a good bullshit story. Holy shit. But, thank you very much. But I want you to know something. This is sincere. I want you to know, when it comes to believing in God, I really tried. I really tried. I tried to believe that there is a God who created each of us in his own image and likeness, loves us very much, and keeps a close eye on things. I really tried to believe that, but I gotta tell you, the longer you live, the more you look around, the more you realize something is fucked up. Something is wrong here. War, disease, death, destruction, hunger, filth, poverty, torture, crime, corruption, and the ice-capades. Something is definitely wrong. This is not good work. If this is the best God can do, I am not impressed. Results like these do not belong on the resume of a supreme being. This is the kind of shit you'd expect from an office temp with a bad attitude. And just between you and me, in any decently run universe, this guy would have been out on his all-powerful ass a long time ago. And by the way, I say this guy because I firmly believe, looking at these results, that if there is a God, it has to be a man. No woman could or would ever fuck things up like this. If there is a God, I think most reasonable people might agree that he's at least incompetent and maybe, just maybe, doesn't give a shit. Doesn't give a shit, which I admire in a person and which would explain a lot of these bad results. So rather than be just another mindless religious robot, mindlessly and aimlessly and blindly believing that all of this is in the hands of some spooky, incompetent father figure who doesn't give a shit, I decided to look around for something else to worship, something I could really count on. And immediately, I thought of the sun. Happened like that. Overnight, I became a sun worshiper. Well, not overnight. You can't see the sun at night. But first thing the next morning, I became a sun worshiper. Several reasons. First of all, I can see the sun, okay? Yeah. Unlike some other gods I could mention, I can actually see the sun. I'm big on that. If I can see something, I don't know, kind of helps the credibility along, you know? So every day I can see the sun as it gives me everything I need: heat, light, food, flowers in the park, reflections on the lake, an occasional skin cancer, but hey, at least there are no crucifixions, and we're not setting people on fire simply because they don't agree with us. Sun worship is fairly simple. There's no mystery, no miracles, no pageantry, no one asks for money, there are no songs to learn, and we don't have a special building where we all gather once a week to compare clothing. And the best thing about the sun, it never tells me I'm unworthy. Doesn't tell me I'm a bad person who needs to be saved. Hadn't said an unkind word. Treats me fine. So I worship the sun. But I don't pray to the sun. Know why? I wouldn't presume on our friendship. It's not polite. I've often thought people treat God rather rudely, don't you? Asking trillions and trillions of prayers every day, asking and pleading and begging for favors. Do this, give me that, I need a new car, I want a better job. And most of this praying takes place on Sunday, his day off. It's not nice, and it's no way to treat a friend. But people do pray, and they pray for a lot of different things. You know, your sister needs an operation on her crotch. Your brother was arrested for defecating in a mall. But most of all, you'd really like to fuck that hot little redhead down at the convenience store. You know, the one with the eye patch and the club foot, huh? Can you pray for that? I think you'd have to. And I say, fine, pray for anything you want. Pray for anything. But what about the divine plan? Remember that? The divine plan. Long time ago, God made a divine plan. Gave it a lot of thought, decided it was a good plan, put it into practice. And for billions and billions of years, the divine plan has been doing just fine. Now you come along and pray for something. Well, suppose the thing you want isn't in God's divine plan. What do you want him to do? Change his plan? Just for you? Doesn't it seem a little arrogant? It's a divine plan. What's the use of being God if every rundown schmuck with a $2 prayer book can come along and fuck up your plan? And here's something else, another problem you might have. Suppose your prayers aren't answered. What do you say? Well, it's God's will. Thy will be done. Fine, but if it's God's will and he's going to do what he wants to anyway, why the fuck bother praying in the first place? Seems like a big waste of time to me. Couldn't you just skip the praying part and go right to his will? It's all very confusing. So to get around a lot of this, I decided to worship the sun. But, as I said, I don't pray to the sun. You know who I pray to? Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci. 2 reasons. First of all, I think he's a good actor, okay? To me, that counts. Second, he looks like a guy who can get things done. Joe Pesci doesn't fuck around. Doesn't fuck around. In fact, Joe Pesci came through on a couple of things that God was having trouble with. For years, I asked God to do something about my noisy neighbor with the barking dog. Joe Pesci straightened that cocksucker out with 1 visit. It's amazing what you can accomplish with a simple baseball bat. So I've been praying to Joe for about a year now. And I noticed something. I noticed that all the prayers I used to offer to God and all the prayers I now offer to Joe Pesci are being answered at about the same 50% rate. Wow. Half the time I get what I want, half the time I don't. Same as God, 50-50. Same as the 4-leaf clover and the horseshoe, the wishing well and the rabbit's foot. Same as the mojo man. Same as the voodoo lady who tells you your fortune by squeezing the goat's testicles. It's all the same, 50-50. So just pick your superstition, sit back, make a wish, and enjoy yourself. Wow. And for those of you who look to the Bible for moral lessons and literary qualities, I might suggest a couple of other stories for you. You might want to look at The 3 Little Pigs. That's a good one. Has a nice, happy ending. I'm sure you'll like that. Then there's Little Red Riding Hood, although it does have that X-rated part where the big bad wolf actually eats the grandmother. Whoa. which I didn't care for, by the way. And finally, I've often always drawn a great deal of moral comfort from Humpty Dumpty. The part I like the best, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. That's because there is no Humpty Dumpty and there is no God. None, not one, no God, never was. In fact, I'm gonna put it this way. If there is a God, may he strike this audience dead. See, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Everybody's okay. All right? Tell you what. I'll raise the stakes a little bit. If there is a God, may he strike me dead. See, nothing happened. Oh, wait, got a little cramp in my leg. And my balls hurt. Plus, I'm blind. Oh, now I'm okay again. Must have been Joe Pesci, huh? God bless Joe Pesci. Thank you all very much. Joe bless you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
God bless Joe Pesci. He is a great actor. That's a fact. Well, the whole thing about worshiping the sun, I mean, before people were worshiping Jesus and all of that, they were actually worshiping the sun. They were worshiping the sun. There was a sun god. There was a moon god. And the thing about religion is tricky. By the way, I do believe there's a God. Let's just get that out the way. But I don't believe in religion, because religion is definitely man-made, because there's a lot of, when you actually read the Bible or listen to the Bible, or however you do it, there's a lot of made men concepts in there. You know, there's this they keep mixing the physical, our reality and how we perceive things, with the spiritual realm, like, you know, like the gate in the sky, or describing heaven as if it's a place that you would go with your physical body. It's just, when you really look at it, it doesn't make sense. It sounds like, well, this sounds like the way I would perceive it as a man. This doesn't sound like it's a God talking to me. And another reason why religion kind of threw me off when I was younger is because, let's say Christianity, right? Right? They say you could only get to heaven through Jesus Christ. And then as any kid, anybody, well, it would be like, well, how about other people that are practicing different religions that's not Christianity? And not only that, Christianity is not the oldest religion. There was other religions prior to that. You feel me? And there's different parts of the world where they don't even practice that. So all those people are going to hell. What about those people who never even had a chance? They're too broke to get into religion. They're going to hell. You see what I'm saying? You see, like, when you really start to think about it, it don't make sense. Now, is there a creator? I can't tell you what to think, and I don't like shitting on people's beliefs, and I do think there's a creator. I don't think all of this stuff is, you know. Now, is the creator the same way they describe in the Bible? I don't know, man, because the Bible's creator is kind of bipolar. But it seems like he's bipolar because so many books have been removed from the Bible. Like, the story was well constructed to be what it is because it serves a purpose. It definitely serves a purpose. And that's why you see all these mega churches, all these dudes who could kind of understand the Bible, they could use it to make millions and billions of dollars, right? It makes no sense for you to go into a church where the pastor pulled up with a fucking Lambo and you giving this nigga your last $20. Like, this shit don't make no sense. It's crazy how, as humans, outside of the church, you need everything to make sense. But once you step inside of the church, we're doing and saying shit that don't make any fucking sense. it don't make any sense, right? If I told you, come work for me, right, and I'm gonna pay you, but don't expect your paycheck when I said so. Expect your paycheck. Have faith. Just have faith your paycheck is coming. There's no proof that I have no money. Just have faith. And if it never comes, you didn't have enough faith. Would you go for that? You'd be like, man, get the fuck out of here. But yet you will go to church. You go to church, right? And make all these prayers, give all this money or whatever, and you're waiting on something that you don't know is coming, that you're not sure of. Anything that you have to believe in, if you have to believe in it, you should probably question it. You feel me? Do you believe in Santa Claus? You would have to question that. But I do believe in God though, but more so of I guess it's because I'm Haitian though, like the spirituality is kind of different, even though over the years Haitians have been getting really religious, and all these black countries are really getting super religious. They're becoming Christians, and whereas back in the olden days they were more spiritual. Like Africa was very spiritual, you know. Their belief system was different. Even India right now, I was talking to this Indian dude. He was like, yo, India is becoming very like Christian, like, you know, it's kind of taking over the world. But like I said, I can't tell you what to believe, and you know, who am I? And I don't like shitting on people's religion. I just wish people would just think a little harder about certain things, you know. But yo, that was dope, man. This guy, he's obviously really smart. He sounds like an atheist. Which, hey, it is what it is. My brother, he's an atheist too. Like, since we were young, this lady used to come over and do Bible study with us, and he would like get her stuck every time. Like, he had questions that she never even thought of. So I get it, man. Damn, y'all let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below, and what are your thoughts on religion and all of that stuff. I was trying to rush. I could really break this down, really, you know. If I do a whole video on it, you'll be surprised of how much I actually look into this stuff. But anyways, tell me what's next from George Carlin, and I'll see y'all in the next one, and guess what? You better be there. Peace.